Hello everybody, welcome to Deckman Productions, and we are here at the METCA booth at the Allentown Spring Thaw Meet, and we are here with Stu Rankins again.
Too kind to me, Sean, too kind to me. Speaking of kindness, I want to thank you guys, the viewers. The number of folks that reach out to us by email, and when you email METCA at our division car email address, which is at the top of the store page, I'm the guy that gets those emails. The number of people, the number of the Deckman viewers that send me an email at divisioncar@metka.org and say, hey, I saw you on Deckman, I saw the product. Guys, I can't say thank you enough. I really do appreciate hearing. And I don't even care if you buy anything. It's not about the sales. It's about the viewers reaching out and making contact. So to all you viewers out there that have ever emailed me, thank you very much. It really is appreciated. So, Sean, you got some great viewers of the channel.
And I really appreciate the support of the viewers, not just them, but the vendors like you as well.
Yeah.
And the show organizations that bring me aboard to do this for them.
Yeah. It very much is a two-way street.
Oh, yeah. So, you know, working with each other, hoping to continue, the hobby continues, you know, to promote it, and so we keep growing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what my goal is in the end, is make sure that it keeps going and growing.
Yeah. Excellent. So there you go, folks. I guess that's the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye. We good, Sean?
No, we got more.
We do?
Yeah.
What do you want to hear about?
Well, let's talk about your new product, because there seems to be a lot of talk I'm noticing on Facebook posts and groups about new METCA products, and you know, I was like, wow. So let's go ahead and talk about that.
Sure. So how about we break that up into two categories? New product that has physically come in recently that your viewers haven't seen in person yet.
Okay.
They've only seen previous paper advertisements. And then we'll roll into new product that has just been announced that won't be here till the end of the year.
All right.
So we've previously discussed this, the Support Our Troops U28C in the camouflage paint scheme.
Wow, that looks cool.
And I don't think we've seen this one on one of your videos yet.
No, this has not been on any of my videos yet, and it looks good.
And it's not as glossy as standard paint. We went with a little bit more dull matte. It's not completely flat paint. It just doesn't have the normal sheen to it. On the end there with the ribbon, anything military, we typically like to try to get Kilroy was here in there. So you got your little Kilroy down the bottom there.
Yes.
So U28C Legacy, same as all the other features. And look at this.
Here's one in a box. You can take this one in a box right here, ready to go. Ready to go.
And for all you Deckman viewers, if you don't also watch Chris's trains and things, I hear he has a YouTube channel. I'm not really so sure.
Every once in a while we post something. Yeah. Once a month.
Thanks, Chris. So yes, Chris also did a review of one of these for Classic Toy Trains. So you'll be seeing that in an upcoming issue of Classic Toy Trains or on the trains.com website. So that's what Chris was just bringing back. So full legacy control, all the sounds and lights, and yes, it has an air raid siren as one of the horns, and it has the machine gun sounds as one of the bells. So if you have your Cab 3 or your Cab 3 app, the Cab 3 app or your Cab 2, you hit the bell. If you hit the bell once, you get one machine gun. If you hold the bell, bell. If you hold the bell button down, it's a non-stop rapid fire machine gun sound.
Okay.
All your controls there for your settings right there on top, so you don't have to take it off the track. But so these are in stock here. We got a few left, so if anybody wants them, you can always go on our website.
And how many of these did you make?
These we did the minimum of 40 units.
And how much are they?
They are, Andy, yeah, we don't have the signage for this. These are $6.19, I believe. $6.19.
Oh, so you were unprepared.
I'm totally unprepared. See, you viewers probably think Sean and I have a whole game plan and a script and whatnot. No,
Nah.
we're doing this. Sean just walks up and says, "Hey Stu, I'm turning the camera on," and then we do this. So yeah, 619 on the Camouflage U28C. The other item that came in, and this is something quite different, and this is one of those love it or hate it kind of items.
Yeah.
A E6, a Lionel E6, again, full legacy, all the same features as the other E6 locomotives that I think were cataloged in 2024 Volume 1. So we wanted to do like a throwback to the post-war clear shell F3 that Lionel made for their salesman. It was like a salesman display model. They did a clear F3 with just minimalistic Santa Fe lettering and striping. So we said, how can we do that in a modern incarnation? So when Lionel cataloged the E6, I was like, that's close enough. So we do it in a clear shell. So you can really see how the sausage is made here. Every little bit, whether it's wire nuts, smoke units, how things get attached. You can really see all inside, all the circuit boards and everything. So again, it has the traditional Santa Fe war bonnet pinstriping. It has the decoration that would have been applied over the base coat paint, but we just left the base coat paint off. The neat thing, one of the really neat things is, you know, these units have smoke units. This is where the smoke comes out here. But you can't put smoke fluid in here because it has one smoke unit in the middle, and the channel or the trough that connects the exhaust to where the smoke unit is so flat that the smoke unit would never flow in there. You can see that when you have a clear shell. So the neat thing about this is it has a little hatch right there on top. You take that hatch off, that's where you put your smoke fluid in.
Oh, wow.
And it's so easy because this is clear plastic to know which way to turn this little knob, because you can see through and know, oh, it's locked and it's open. So clear shell Santa Fe E6, that's the A unit, dual motors in that. We did a super bass B unit. For everybody that runs these, the super bass B unit, you can't describe it here on video, you actually have to hear it. The sounds that come out of the two units together really is an audio file's dream, because it sounds good. Again, no motors in this one because it has the super bass, the enclosure in there, but again, it's the clear plastic that makes this item unique.
Now, I've already heard people give this particular piece a nickname, and they're calling it a clear bonnet, and I think it's appropriate.
I think that's going forward. That's what we're going to use. That's the term we're going to use. So our Santa Fe clear bonnet, I know you're going to ask me, so I'll answer the question before you ask. Again, we made the minimum 40 units on this one, and we're down into single digits on this one. This one I do remember the price, and this one is $10.99. $1,099, and that includes shipping.
And this is sold as a set only.
Correct. These two units come in one box. There's the one unit. Each has its own individual orange box, and those two individual orange boxes are inside the set orange box. So yeah, $10.99 for the AB set.
So there's your marketing name, Clear Bonnet.
Clear Bonnet. Go to METCA.org for your clear bonnet. We have one more new item that hasn't come in, and let me just grab it over here.
Okay.
I know we had talked about this in the past,
yes,
when we had a deco sample.
That was at the METCA show.
That was at the METCA show up in East Rutherford.
Yeah.
And I remember we talked about the flag and how the UV printing process tried to replicate ripples in the flag, and it just didn't work. So anyhow, the flag has been fixed on the final production run. So we have these in stock, the Checkpoint Charlie boxcar. And again, different graphics. On here, on the right, the crossing gate is down. On the left, the crossing gate is up. On the other side, the crossing gate is up, and on the right side, and the crossing gate is down on the left side. This image is the same on both sides, but the image to the right of the car, this is just another sign over here. This side of the car has a photograph of actual Checkpoint Charlie with the tanks in the background and the soldiers.
Cool.
And so these are available on our website for $99, including shipping on our website.
Very good.
Yep. So that's the latest of what we've recently got in stock. The other announcements we have are items that we're doing in conjunction with Lionel's 2025 Volume 1. Hey, you want to know what? You don't even have to edit this out. I just screwed up. We're going to turn around because we're not done with our physical new product.
Oh.
Come over here. METCA has more over here.
How could you forget that when you're looking at it?
But wait, there's more.
Wait, there's more.
We don't just do Lionel. MTH too. So just came in recently. MTH 36-foot Woodside reefers.
Sharp.
Premier.
Wow. I can't believe how sharp. I don't know if you guys are getting this on camera. These things are gorgeous. Very nice.
What really I love that graphic over there.
Yes.
It looks just like the seal on the bottle. So 2 road numbers, but in our traditional METCA fashion, we don't just change the road number. One road number has brown roof and ends. The other road number has black roof and ends. So that's your Jim Beam there. And then we also did Beefeater Gin. So again, 2 road numbers on your MTH Premier 36-foot reefer. 2 road numbers, 1 road number brown roof and end, 1 road number black roof and ends. So just a little something different now, Sean. Now we can move on to our new product announcements.
Marble effect black.
So now you guys can see that this really is unedited and unscripted.
And Stu screws up a lot. Stu makes lots of mistakes. So for 2025 Volume 1, all the stuff I'm about to talk about will be out at the end of the year. We're doing an ES44 in the Air Force One paint scheme. So if you know, we've done a lot of things in the Air Force One paint scheme. We did a United States of America Air Force One SD70. We've done an Air Force One inspired caboose. We've done Air Force One inspired tank cars in the 2 road numbers that the real Air Force One plane has. We've done the Bush 4141 tank car. That's very much inspired by Union Pacific's Bush 4141. But for the current president, we decided to do an ES44. There's been a lot of SD70s. We went with the ES44 in the traditional Air Force One color scheme. What really makes this one unique is this red, white, and blue bunting. So these are separate pieces that just have 2 little hooks on them. And if you want the bunting on, you just hook it over the rail.
Oh.
If you don't want it, well, it doesn't come installed. They just come in the package. You can install them. Tomorrow, if you want to run it without the bunting, you take it off. The next day, you put the bunting on. There's no glue, no adhesive, no Velcro. They just have 2 little hooks, and they just hook right over the railing. So you get 2 very different looking locomotives with and without the bunting, and you could change it as you change your mind.
Wow, that's cool.
Yep. These will include, as one of the sounds, Hail to the Chief. So it might be on the aux 3 option, but we will include Hail to the Chief there. Moving on, looks just like your dad's post-war 2341 FM Trainmaster, Jersey Central lines. So yes, obviously inspired by the post-war FM, but this is a scale legacy FM. So it's not post-war tooling, it's Lionel Scale FM Trainmaster tooling. So all this stuff is available on our website now to pre-order. Locomotives, you can just put a small deposit down. If you do want to pay in full, we give you free shipping. There's no additional shipping charge if you prepay in full.
Now, some guys have nicknamed this particular scheme the Tangerine Dream.
Yep, and the orange is actually tangerine orange.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on, you've covered in the past some of our military P-51 Mustang SD70s. We've done two. One in a green scheme, that was the first P-51 Mustang we did, which was inspired by the airplane Gunfighter. And then a year or two later, we did the red tail P-51 Mustang SD70. So now we're doing boxcars to complement those. These are scale PS1 boxcars. So I know we've had a few questions, are these Lionel's 64/64 size that they decorate here in the States? No. Scale, size, all separately applied detail. This isn't the Weaver PS1 tooling. This is Lionel's fully detailed PS1 tooling with all the separately applied details.
Okay.
Likewise, to match the ES-44, we're doing an Air Force One inspired color scheme on a PS1 boxcar. Moving on, Aberdeen, Carolina, and Western. You and I have talked about that tremendously, so I won't talk about how good the colors look, that metallic raspberry, purple, and the yellow. But wait a second, I just mentioned it, so maybe I did just talk about it again. But to continue with our soon-to-be completed Aberdeen, Carolina, and Western freight train is the gondola, the scale gondola, PS5 gondola, I think it is.
Yes.
So, so that's our Aberdeen, Carolina gondola.
PS5, or is that the 66-foot mill gondola?
It is not the 60-foot mill gondola.
Okay.
No.
So that way people know, because there is a difference.
There's a difference.
Okay.
That 60-foot mill gondola
It's
is
long.
huge.
All right.
This is not that one.
That,
This
that
is
way
the PS5
people don't get
gondola.
confused.
Yeah, yeah. That's a very, very large gondola, the 60-foot mill gondola.
Yeah.
Nope, PS5 gondola.
All right.
Lionel scale bay window caboose. There are so many locomotives out there painted in the Union Pacific, Denver, and Rio Grande Heritage Scheme. And there are cabooses out there, and they are so hard to find. And when they do come up on the secondary market, you're going to pay through your nose. Those are more extended vision cabooses, wide vision cabooses. So we don't like to just remake what's already been done. There's not a ton of creativity just to say remake what's already out there. So we take what's already out there and do a little bit new twist on it. And so we're putting that on a Lionel scale bay window caboose. Back to the Lionel scale FM Trainmasters. Nothing's more popular than Santa Fe War Bonnet. And the silver on this is going to be that metallic special silver that we had on, say, the Red Tail SD70. It's that special silver that really, really pops as the light hits it. It's not just a standard silver paint. And that is it. I think we've already talked about General Patton Hudson.
Yes.
In the past, so we've already talked about that. So that and everything you just saw, our quantities. So here we are, the 22nd of February. Saturday, you'll probably have this video up on Sunday, knowing you. Our quantities are due at Lionel, so to get a guaranteed order in for these, Monday the 24th. Because Tuesday or Wednesday, we have to have our quantity in by Lionel. So if you order by Monday the 23rd, guaranteed to get it. After that, yeah, we will order a couple extra in case we have any lost or damaged in shipping. But after Monday the 24th, it's first come, first served as long as our predetermined quantity lasts.
Now, I know you just dropped a few announcements here.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know I'm going to ask anyway. So, do you have anything in the future you may want to talk about?
Yeah, sure. We have things that'll be up on the website. We're in February, so probably by the end of March. Because the artwork, I got artwork from Lionel yesterday. So the artwork might be done because I haven't looked at it and I haven't approved it yet. So all I'll say is, I hope everybody has a haunted Halloween, a Merry Christmas, and happy birthday, 250th birthday, America. Those are the teasers. We'll leave it at that. End of March when we're at Greenberg, I think we'll have a lot more to talk about on those three topics.
Okay, sounds good, because we always like the teasers.
Oh yeah. Dockman viewers usually get the hot off the presses thing. Now, before we wrap this up, Sean,
Yes.
there is an item that you keep asking me about, and
Yes.
keep asking me about,
Yes.
and I keep
Over
saying,
and over and over.
not yet, not yet. You know, it's out of my hands. They're in production. Who knows when they'll get here? They've finally gotten here.
How long has it been? 2 years?
About close to 2 years. It's been about a year and a half. I looked at my spreadsheet when people first started ordering these, and it's been about a year and a half. So these items have been, from the design point aside, in development for 2 years. Finally, we have our Atlas 60-foot Berwick boxcars. And I'm not going to hold these things here on camera for too long because I don't know what they made these things out of, but these are the heaviest freight cars I have ever held in my life. So I'm guessing they have a die-cast underframe?
Yes.
Okay. You know me. I'm a deco guy. I paint and lettering is what I do. How they make them is how they make them. They make these, my version, the same as everything else. I don't have any say in that, so I don't worry about those details. But you could probably talk more about the 60-foot Berwicks than me.
Yes. And so these have already sold out.
They have.
They're not available any longer.
The only people that are getting these are the people that pre-ordered. These sold out on pre-order before they even came in.
And from my understanding, a lot of them Berwicks, the regular runs are already sold out.
Yep.
These are very, very popular. And I'm just going to ask you a quick question on so what was your inspiration for the Conrail patched version?
Yeah. Dude, this was 2 years ago. You expect me to remember what I thought about 2 years ago?
These are your projects, though.
I know. So the Penn Central one, I got the inspiration, and again, I'm giving away my formula here, and my formula is so freaking simple. I see what's done in HO. I see what's done in N-Gauge. So when Atlas announced their Berwicks, and I was like, I wonder if I could do Berwicks. I just Googled Berwick boxcars, and I found like an HO model. I think it was from Tangent Models, Tangent Hobbies. They're, I think, HO.
Yes.
So Tangent Models, they did a Penn Central HO Berwick boxcar. It might have been a 50-foot, not a 60-foot, but for me,
Yeah.
close enough.
Yeah, it was a 50-footer.
50-footer.
Yeah.
So when I was doing that, I said to myself, lately, a lot of people have been doing these patched out schemes.
Yes.
So I said, well, after Penn Central, pretend we did a patched out into the Conrail era. Because, again, you saw it on the Jim Beam and the Beefeater. I don't like just changing road numbers. I could have offered two Penn Central, one road number and the other, but I like doing stuff a little bit more different than just changing the road number. So yes, granted, the Conrail version, the patched out version, has a different road number than the Penn Central version, but I said to Alice, how can we make one that is uniquely different than the Penn Central one, but without going into an entire another minimum production quantity for this car? I wanted these two to be similar enough that I could share one production quantity,
Yes.
but yet different enough that they were not just a different road number. So we said, let's do a patch out. And then Atlas came up with the rest of how they patched out the Penn Central and the Conrail and put the reporting marks in there.
Now, what's ironic about the top one, okay, is that
Folks, I'm learning just as you're learning too.
the top version is really close to what Conrail really had. Because if you go back in time, okay, the way this looks and stuff, Thrall, T-H-R-A-L, Thrall, made cars that looked just like this, all right, and Conrail really did have them. And they were 60-footers.
Yep.
And eventually Kellogg ended up with them, Kellogg cereal. They had like 16 or 18 of them. And they continued to run them well into the NS era before they were finally scrapped.
Yep.
So
These,
Yeah, I don't get it.
again, are not an exact, 100% exact copy of anything that was on the rails. Did Penn Central have Berwicks? Yes, they did. Were they this exact style that came out of the Berwick plant? No, they were a little bit different. But again, in the world of 3-rail O-gauge, where we're not going to change the tooling,
Right.
this is as close as
You're
you're
going
going
to
to
get, yeah.
So yes, we tried to copy as close as possible, as close as reasonably possible with all the production restrictions that there are. We try to get these as realistic as possible.
And there you go.
So this is the first time we are showing the physical ones because this is Saturday. I left for Allentown yesterday on Friday at noon. These were delivered 4 p.m. on Thursday. So if they did not come on Thursday, when they got delivered at 4 p.m. on Friday, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have been at home to receive them. So they wouldn't actually be here. So Atlas got these to us just in the nick of time. And Sean is the first one of our customers to receive his Atlas Berwick boxcars. But Sean, happy to deliver them to you. Yeah, we do have a bunch of other pickups here at Allentown, but you're the first. Thanks for everything that you do for supporting the hobby, supporting METCA, TCA, all your train show experiences. We're really happy to do it. But before, okay, I know you want to say something because I'm seeing his folks. But folks, Sean doesn't actually get these until we settle up, payment. I don't want anybody thinking Sean gets free gifts.
No.
He doesn't do this to get a handout, folks.
No, I pay.
He pays his way. You were going to say something, Sean.
So, do you have other Berwicks here today to sell?
No, we have no Berwicks here. We also did a chassis system, Berwicks, blue, yellow chassis markings. One of those has B&O reporting marks with one road number. The other one has C&O reporting mark with a second road number. Likewise, those sold out also on pre-order.
Wow.
So we don't have any Berwicks available for sale anymore.
What? They're all sold out?
Every single one. Penn Central, Conrail, chassis
You
system.
totally sold out of the Berwicks.
And there's a waiting list in case when we ship them, if anybody has moved or whatever, if anything gets returned, we have a waiting list.
That's insane.
A very deep, long waiting list for cars that we don't have any extras of.
That's insane.
Yeah. So everybody, I know what everybody out there's thinking. Y'all are thinking, Stu, you're a dummy. Why didn't you order more? Right? I know they're all. Sean's saying, yes, Stu, you're a dummy. So, yes, and I may be dumb. But I want you. Danny's over here saying, no, there's no maybe about it. Stu is definitely dumb. So, folks, we produced 48 of each of these. When we had to put our quantity in to Atlas, we had 10 of each sold. So, look at it from my side for a moment and look at the financial exposure. I've done Atlas cars before, but I've never done a car this big. Not from anybody, not from MTH, not from Lionel. I've never done a freight car this huge. I don't know how things are gonna go. And when I only have 10 pre-orders, you think I'm gonna order more than the 48 minimum? Absolutely not. That's too much of a financial risk. We can't put the club at that amount of exposure. So we order the minimum, and like anything, I keep saying it, and it's not a sales pitch with me. It's just a hard fact of life that we don't have the financial resources to invest heavy in inventory. First come, first serve. If you want it, pre-order, because there's no guarantee it's going to be there when it comes in. As you can see, sometimes things we do have more. I call all of these my failures because it means they didn't sell out on pre-sale. But there's no guarantee that stuff's going to ever end up at train shows on our tables.
All right, well, are you taking any more for the waiting list?
Trust me, I don't even have enough cars to fill the waiting list, so if you guys are watching and you want them, I wish I could help you out. I wish I could do DACman viewers a solid, but in this case, that train has left the station.
Sorry, guys, you could have gotten your ticket sooner.
Yeah. Again, if you want, the things we're showing here, in the next 48 hours, order, because after that, again, those trains will have left the station. Many of these things, this one especially, General Patton Hudson, those we've already exceeded the minimum production quantity. So we're going to order a handful of extras on those, and that's it. Some of the other things, like some of the freight cars where the production quantity is much higher, like 100 units, they'll be available after next week, I have no doubt. But as far as some of the locomotives, they've been extremely popular since we put them on our website. A week ago, we sent out an e-blast to all METCA members, prior customers, and TCA members. So sales have really taken off. Get the punt, taken off, Air Force One. Yeah, my dad humor, lame, I get it. Anyhow, first come, first serve basically on everything.
All right, sounds good. And believe it or not, I'm laughing because we're already 30 minutes into this interview.
Why does that not surprise me? Anyhow, a half hour is much too long, but thank you for your courtesy of allowing me to take all this bandwidth. I appreciate it. And to all you DACman viewers out there, again, I said at the beginning, thank you very much for all you that reach out via email from our website. It really is appreciated. Thank you.
All right, we'll catch you later, Stu.
Take care.
Bye.